Hello everybody, Mike Rondo here in the Shed of Solitude. Hopefully the world is not too chaotic for you and you have a bit of peace in yourself. Anyway, so today, it's been a little while, we're doing another Wilke, although it's Wilke. I always say Wilke for some stupid reason. I was corrected in the comments and I apologize for that. I just tend to screw that up every now and then. It's like winecloths. Anyway, you guys know, if you watch the channel long enough, I screw up everything when it comes to pronouncing things. But anyway, we're trying Sweet Maple by Wilke, pipe tobacco. And I've been smoking it for a little bit, but I just want to show you, well, I'll show you this first. Let's do this, because I got a little bit left in here. It comes in the little bag, as you saw, this little bag here. Sorry, the lighting's a little harsh. The camera's having a little trouble finding the right weight balance. But anyway, here it is. It's a kind of goopy a little bit. There's a bit of there we go. You can see there's a little bit of film on my fingers. But it lights pretty good, which is not surprising because the last time, I think it was Sweet Street, I had the same issue and it lit pretty well. I probably should have let it, I think that was a little bit more moist. I probably should have let that sit for a good 5 minutes or whatever, but I've been smoking this for about 5 minutes or so. I'll get into that in a second, but the note itself, the tin note, the bag note in this case, not as powerful as the peanut butter one. That one just was, that was powerful, but in a good way. It wasn't like, it was just really good. This one, you got to kind of get close to the bag, and you can kind of smell it, but it's not overpowering. You open the bag, and it's not like hit you in the face and tear up like, I think Sweet Street that did that to me, and I coughed when I put my face in it. This is very, very mild. I mostly get the smell of the Cavendish. This is good. Cavendish, Black Cavendish. Carolina, Virginias, I believe, from what I remember on the tobacco reviews. But anyway, it's a pleasant tin note, bag note, if you will. Not as overpowering as the peanut butter. The peanut butter one was probably the most powerful tin note thing that I've ever had, because that just, the whole downstairs where my tobacco was, it just smelled of that. That's how strong it was. But this is very pleasant. So far with the smoke, I get like this smoothness to it, and I've been getting that a lot lately. And this is topped with maple. And of course I'm doing the Peterson P-Lip pub pipe, and apparently there's a few other pipe smokers in the YouTube community that have gotten this pipe. I feel like we're becoming a members club of the P-Lip, the pub pipe club. But this is very smooth. And I don't want to use the word velvet and smooth, because I've done that with a few reviews, and I think it was Wilke as well, or Wilke, excuse me. And I do get, it's such a good smoke and a pleasant smoke. I mean, even for being wet as it is, I mean, look at that. That's pretty good ash right there. I mostly get like a, I don't want to say maple per se. It's a sweetness, but not that maple. More sweet than the peanut butter one. If you smoke the peanut butter tobacco or the peanut butter and chocolate one, you kind of know where I'm going with this. Now, not much of a room, though. Not like now the peanut butter one was... I feel like I'm comparing apples and oranges, but the peanut butter one, the aromatic was... You could tell, and it was really great. This one, I don't think you would notice much of it. If you were walking by someone, they might get a hint of it, but it's still, even then, it might get lost in whatever. You know, when you walk by. I mean, it does smoke a good puff. Watch when I... You know, that's a pretty decent amount, but it vaporizes pretty quickly. It doesn't linger around. Now, Jim Links, in his review, was saying there's like the Carolina Virginias give that tart, tangy grass note thing that you would expect from a Virginia, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting mostly the Cavendish, probably the black Cavendish, and the maple topping, which was very subtle. It's not strong at all. I agree. He says that in his review as well, and so it's kind of... I agree with that, which is strange, because he picks out everything under the sun, and I usually can't pick out what he has. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Everyone's well. I haven't posted many videos, mostly because it's been cold, and with everything going on with the world, and I get like this. I remember when we had the riots in the summer of 2020, and the world seems like it's falling apart at the seams with COVID and all this. I kind of get into this self-reflective kind of isolated mode where I kind of like to sit and think on things, and I don't interact much. I'm not sure if any of you do that. I think from a man's perspective, I think most of us men kind of do that in our private moments, probably when we're driving, sitting in our shed, smoking our pipe or a cigar, or when we have those moments where we kind of have that private moment and you see the news. Not that I watch the news. I don't watch the news. Matter of fact, most of my knowledge of the war in Ukraine was the Tik Tok feed, filling up with the invasion and everything, and that's how I get all that. And, you know, when you get those moments and you see that, you kind of think of history, you think of all these crazy things and where the world's going, and you kind of have those self-reflecting moments. And I kind of just close myself off and kind of internalize this, that, and the other, and kind of try to find peace and tranquility, if you will, amongst the chaos. I don't know. Do you guys do that at all? Curious. And as you can see, it's holding the light pretty good. Decided to go with the Death Wish coffee. Oh, no, wait. This is Stay the Course Death Head golf tee for my tamper today. Now, it's funny. This tobacco, when I bought it, I'm thinking Vermont maple. That's more of a winter kind of thing, but this is actually the perfect March blend, because I guess, judging by the description, this is when they start taking, and it's funny, I don't know this, my father lived in Vermont. I've been to Vermont many times. You'd think I'd know, and I love maple syrup. You'd think I'd know when they draw out the syrup, but I guess they do it in the fall and the spring, I think. I'll have to look that up someday. Someone can correct me in the comments, I'm sure. But it turns out this is a good spring tobacco. I would say, yeah. Got a bit of that still winter blend kind of vibe, but yet that going into summer kind of vibe. So it's a good blend. If you're an aromatic guy, I think you could smoke this every day and not get tired of it. It's just sweet enough. It's not overpowering. So you could do this quite frequently. You could have this once a day, maybe twice a day, because I'll probably have another one after this. Now, it could be because I'm puffing harder with the review, as I typically say on these videos. I puff harder when I'm doing the video because I want to try to make it a 10-minute video, and I'm trying to get as much of the flavor as I can to give you guys an opinion on it. So I don't know if it's because I'm puffing harder and those Virginias are cooking up and I'm starting to taste those notes as well, and not so much the sweetness now. I think if I took my time, which I probably will after this when I have another bowl, and I just sip it, it'll probably keep sweet and not so much the Virginias, although I like it, so it doesn't really bother me. Some of you might not like that. Got a bit of gurgle going on. Well, I don't think I have to say too much. And then this is another home run with Wilke. I hope most of you pipe smokers on YouTube are trying this. I hope you guys have gotten some Wilke tobacco and have tried it. I got to look around and see if you guys, any of you have reviewed these, or are you going to review these. I'm sure you guys would love this stuff. So please, I'm sure some of you have tried it. If you haven't tried it in a while, get yourself some. I mean, I got a few more blends. I got actually the Lizzie Borden stuff coming up, which will be interesting. I'll do those probably one tomorrow and then one next week sometime. It's warming up here in Rhode Island now. We should be getting into the low to mid 40s most of the time. Tomorrow's going to be 60-something and raining, but it'll be warm, so I'll definitely be out here. And the week it's going to be mostly warm. So spring is really about the spring, I guess you could say, or sprung. Spring is, yeah, anyway. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Guys, try this. You won't be sad that you did. I think you guys will enjoy it. I'm curious what you guys would think, as always. So I'm out of here, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.